What's up, guys? This is Jay with Prepared Citizens. Today we're going to be talking about rucksacks. Alright guys, so rucksacks. Today I'm going to be talking about everything I took with me on the Swamp FTX. It was a pretty awesome training event. I really got to field test a lot of my gear, and that's really awesome. Train as much as you can, field test your gear. That stuff is it's really good for the soul as well. So first and foremost, this isn't a CF3 review. I will be doing one of those, but this video is just specifically talking about items that I carry in my rucksack and that you may want to consider carrying in your rucksack if you're doing similar type 3-day patrols, things like that. Okay. And on that note, guys, this is my old rucksack right here. This is just the old GI Army one that I had forever. This thing has worked great. I think you can get these for 50 to 100 bucks. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? It's not as cool and nice as this one to me, but it works perfectly fine, and it's probably going to continue working for years. I don't have it loaded up yet because I've put all my stuff from this one to this one, but I'm probably still going to load this thing up with a lot of my spare gear and keep it for people that come train with me that may not have this equipment. And that's another thing, guys. Get out and train. If you don't have the equipment, email someone you're wanting to train with. Chances are, if it's someone like me or some of the guys I trained with the other weekend, guys, we got tons of spare gear, and we are more than happy to loan it to you if you're wanting to get out and train, because that's what's most important, okay? Anywho, let's move into the ruck. So, this is the CF3. It's kind of heavy the way I got it set up, but I got everything in here for sustainment for 3 days, okay? That's the only time you're going to want to use a ruck. You do not want to bring a ruck with you if you're just going to be out for a day. Now, technically, on our FTX, I didn't necessarily need a rucksack because our AO was close enough to where we had the vehicles and camping and everything, and that way I didn't necessarily have to bring all this in with me. The rucksack's primarily designed for your sustainment equipment when you're not going to be able to get back to a fob or something like that, okay? So I still took it on 1 patrol or 2 patrols, but did I need it? No. I was just really testing the equipment, seeing how it worked out operationally. But let's get into it. So we'll just start at the top, I guess, because it's the easiest, right? Very, very top pocket, I got spare Rightener reins. I got face paint, which I should have used because some guys were using it. I got plenty of fire starting stuff, plenty of extra map marking equipment, just the kind of stuff that I may need in a quick pinch, okay? That's easily accessible, that I might need pretty quickly. Right below that, there's another pocket. Let me turn this around for you guys. There's another pocket right here. The top pocket we just went through was this one. It's got all the riding equipment, fire starting equipment, face paint, all that. Right below it, I keep this pocket empty. I'll put glasses, I'll put my cell phone, wrap up cell phone in a Ziploc bag or something, keep it waterproof, and put that kind of stuff there. That's mainly personal items I can quickly get to if I need them. Let's go back around. And once we unhook our top hood, you got another pocket down here. It's for miscellaneous items you may need. I got a sleeping pad. I just put some elastic around it. It's just a military sleeping pad. You can get these things super cheap. It's not great, but it's not horrible. It definitely keeps my body pretty warm from the elements. Again, those are pretty cheap if you want to pick that stuff up. So, Crossfire's proprietary systems here is pretty awesome. I like how they little string ties. Once we do a review, I'll go into that stuff. But this system's pretty cool. It can just open up. right? I love that. So I'm not having to like really dig for stuff. Now here's my helmet. All my night vision set up. It's gonna be a cool video coming up on that stuff soon if it'll ever quit raining and I can get back to my range. It's hard to get in my range when it's raining. That's the reason I haven't done that, even with the 4-wheel drive. Moving in, but yeah, the night vision, that's going to be fully dependent on your mission, what you're doing, right? So moving on in, you got a long mesh pocket here, a long mesh pocket here. On this long mesh pocket, I got all my cook stuff, okay? I got my cook cup, cook spork, and I got my fuel, my little oven canister, fuel stuff, all that stuff, okay? Sometimes it's nice to boil water quickly. And also, guys, when it comes to cooking, like when I was an infantryman in the military, we didn't get to cook meals. I did not. We'd bring MREs, you eat them cold, because thermals and things like that out there, you can get picked up pretty quick. But on something like what we did, is totally acceptable to bring some cookware, okay? So remember, incorporate serious training into this stuff, but also, especially for the guys just getting into it, make it kind of like a camping trip too. Kind of like what we did. It's pretty cool because that's going to be more inviting to a lot more people, you know, and a lot of people will get more excited about it, and then you can kind of progress them into the serious stuff, right? My little trick, paracord, you know, in the Crossfire systems, they got their proprietary mounting system. I can't even think of the name of it, but you got webbing everywhere. I like to hook whatever you need to that stuff. One thing is paracord. I like to keep extra paracord. On the mesh pocket, on the opposite side, I've got my poncho. And let's see. I don't think I only got one right now. Yeah, I usually keep two in here. This is just the one that I did the video on. That's got the jungle loops on all four corners. And guys, I can use this as a shelter or whatever. Now, something to keep in mind. Yes, poncho can be used as shelter, or it can be used as rain cover for yourself. Keep in mind, if you're using this for shelter, you need something else for you, in case you have to leave that shelter temporarily and come back. I usually either got a rain jacket rolled up in here, or I keep another poncho. No one said you can't have two ponchos. So the other one, I don't have any jungle loop on. It's fully or completely dedicated to me, keeping me and my pack covered. So you do with that what you will. But yeah, most of the time, that one's in another pack right now. Most of the time I have two ponchos in that pocket. Now, in the hydration pocket, this is a great place to put a bladder. But honestly, if I'm going to run a bladder on this, I'm just going to put it in the top. I'm just going to put it in the top and run my cord out. And I'm not going to put it in that little bladder sleeve. That's just me. You don't have to do that. But on one side here, I got all my electronic charging equipment. This is where I keep all my cables. And I keep the solar battery bank for everything I have. This will charge my night vision. It'll charge my lights. It'll charge my phone. Let's see what else. It'll charge radios. And I've done a video on that power bank before, and it is still kicking. Still using it. Socks. I got 3 pairs of socks in here. I actually used all 3 on this last FTX because I fell in the swamp one night, and the amount you sweat, have at least 3 pair. I like keeping 3 pair. I can wear one. If one's wet, one can be drying. I can alternate them out. I like having at least 3 pair. What do I got below there? Oh yeah. This comes with a repair kit as well. Dude, Crossfire. This is the best. Not many places whatsoever come with repair kits. Absolutely awesome. So I like to keep that in there. And I got extra elastic cord if I need it, because I like doing stuff with elastic cord. All right, and in the bottom right here, I'm not going to pull this out. This is my sleep system. This is just your military, what is it, 4-piece sleep system. Excuse me, right now we got just the bivy bag and the summer bag. And I got a whoopee rolled up in a pillowcase in there, and the compression bag here. And that's all I got right now. Now, when it gets cold, I will most definitely throw that winter bag in the mix, and then I will have the complete system, and it will be extremely warm, below freezing. This worked just fine. It got into the high 30s, I think, mid 30s, and that did just fine. I was a little cold, but it was nothing unbearable. I slept pretty good too, and I actually would come out of my pants and into some gym shorts when I went to sleep, and I had some I would just put me some dry socks on at night. So guys, it worked. Totally up to you how you want to do that. Now in the field and like true like infantry, I would be in my gear. I would probably loosen my boots up to help circulation. Sometimes I'd take them off if they were real nasty, but I would get in my sleeping bag with everything I had on. So another thing, the mission will dictate kind of what you need to do, right? So that's everything I got inside right now. Something that's not in here that you're probably going to want to add, food to cook with, extra water, okay? Depending on your AO, you either need to have stuff to purify water or stuff with you, water, okay? Like my land where I go patrol and do stuff that I own, it does not have a running water source on it, so I like to bring extra water. Again, if you're doing something like what we did, you're close to your vehicles, your AO's close to your fob. You know, I had a case of water in the 4Runner, so no big deal. But always keep that kind of stuff in mind. I'd rather, like, if you're headed out to training and you're not sure, have a case of water in your vehicle already, have a bladder system ready to go, and canteens, all that good stuff. Just have it ready to go, just in case. And then if you don't need it, who cares? You can bring it back home, enjoy it. Let's see, so I said food, water, hygiene kit. You're going to want to keep your hygiene kit. I don't have mine in here. I've already put it back upstairs. You're going to want to brush your teeth. You're going to need some floss. You're going to need some moleskin. If you get any blisters on your feet, I keep foot powder in there. I keep medicine. Like, I got some serious back issues. So I like to keep some, I take meloxicam. It's like a high-octane ibuprofen. I don't take narcotics. But sometimes I need something to kind of help me get moving a little bit. Any kind of medication you might have like that, you want to have it in that hygiene kit. But brushing your teeth is important. And all the other stuff in there too. Alright, let's go to the outside. Let's go to the outside of the pack. Again, this video ain't perfect. I got some elastic here. You're going to want to, I like having a way to put this on my bags or anything. That way, if there's just something quick I need to stuff in here and cinch it down that I'm going to be using again or whatever, or maybe I don't have time to put it away perfectly, I just put it right here for the time being, okay? That's going to work. The cool thing about this Crossfire pack, you get 4 extra humongous pouches that is just got a ton of room in them. So the smaller ones up top, I'm not even moved this thing around, by the way, either. This is how it came, and just because I kind of hit the ground running, I didn't get it very long before we did all this, so I just left it, and we're going to move it around as we go. So first off, up here is radio stuff. I got extra antennas. I got extra comms systems. You want to keep any kind of radio cards, anything like that. You can keep that kind of stuff in here if you need. Down here I got a canteen system, a whole nother cook system. These pockets down here on the sides are really cool. It's kind of built into it. And if we move to the other side, I got my Glock e-tool on this one down here, and right up above it we got wipes, because sometimes it's not a if, it's a when you're going to shit in the woods, and you need to have the proper equipment, because I can promise you right now that is not a situation you want to be in without the proper equipment. Do not skimp on that. Our two main, I forgot what they call these, half loaves or something, cool pouches though. This one over here, I keep a lot of camouflage in. I got a couple of different color shamogs, sniper veil, and I keep a weapon cleaning system in here. Because any downtime you get, if you're on guard, you need to be doing guard. If you're not doing guard, you should either be sleeping or cleaning your weapon. So keep a weapon cleaning kit where you can get to it easily from the outside without having to open everything up. On this one's empty right now. This is where I keep all my snacky poos, because you got to have a snacky poos when you're out in the field, especially if you're doing guard. I don't know how many of you ever pull guard in the middle of the night, but it's pretty boring, and you want to have stuff to keep you awake. So yeah, have snacky poos. And guys, I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I think that about does it. So yeah, this is how I keep mine ready to roll. Now guys, there's a ton more stuff you could add to this, and there's also probably a lot of this you could take away, swap some stuff out, whatever the case is, guys. Just showing you what I used, what worked for me, and that's all I'm doing. Probably going to do later videos on a lot of this specific equipment, like my cook system. I would like to do a video on that. And let's see, the night vision, definitely going to do a video on that, because this helmet, this night vision, actually performed really well. So that's going to be cool too. And as you can tell, guys, there's plenty of room in this Ruck system. It's just so cool having a system that is just, I don't know. You can tell the Crossfire stuff, and yeah, I am a little biased, because I mean, I've been using them for a while. I know some of the guys there, pretty cool. I like their beliefs, their values. That means a lot too. But regardless of that, guys, the fact that you got this kind of pack, this much room, and it's made the way it is, you can just tell this is guys that spend a lot of time out in the field doing this stuff. This stuff is heavily fielded before it ever becomes available to any of us. I paid cash money for this. I don't get paid to say anything about their stuff. So I paid for this, again, full price. And yes, this is over a $500 rucksack, and it's worth every penny to me. It's kind of like expensive gear. I look at it like this. I know we're kind of getting off topic, and I promise we're done after this, but my SOE gear, my Daniel Defense rifle, my Crossfire gear, I look at it like a legacy I'm leaving behind. This is all gear that's going to last beyond my lifetime. I'm going to be good, probably well cold in the ground, and all this gear is still going to be kicking. And my grandkids, maybe even great grandkids, will be playing Army with this stuff, and it's going to have a story attached to it, how great granddad or granddad used to rock this stuff. And there's going to be pictures of me doing all this training and stuff. God forbid there's something serious happen, but hopefully it'll just be a bunch of cool training pictures and stuff with all this gear. They're going to be like, that's granddad or great granddad using all that kick-ass gear you're using right now. So wear it with honor. And maybe that'll be a cool little legacy to leave behind, or I think it will be. personally. So anyway, that's my take on expensive gear. I am sort of a gear snob when it comes to that stuff. But guys, again, get out and train. This will work just fine too. And please reach out. Like my pistol classes, guys, I'll loan all the equipment out if someone needs it. I do charge a fee because ammo ain't cheap, and I still have to clean all and maintain all that equipment. But regardless, even if you don't have a pistol, you can still come take a pistol class. I got plenty of stuff, okay? Same thing with a lot of us. If you want to go out on one of these FTXs or something, do some training, guys, reach out to us. We're going to help you out, I promise. That's all I got for you. If you guys got any questions, if there's some stuff you like to keep in your ruck, let's hear it in the comments below. Remember, this is what's in my rucksack. My chest rig, I keep a lot of stuff in too. The chest rig is stuff I'm going to need on the fly a lot of, and this is kind of the stuff that I may not need as much / sustainment stuff, okay? And in another video, we're going to be talking about how I set up my assault pack as well, because it's totally different than this. And guys, yeah, all this I had in here too. It's pretty tight, but I still had it in here. It wasn't as organized as well, but it worked, okay? And you got MOLLE attachments on these bags as well, so you can add bags, pouches, whatever you got to do, and tie stuff onto it. So guys, again, thank you for watching. Let me know what you got in yours. And guys, remember to be an asset to everyone around you, not a liability. And I'll see you on the next one. God bless.